Today we're baking up some strawberry scones topped with a hibiscus strawberry glaze. Starting with our scones, we're going to be blending up some strawberries, sugar, and heavy cream. With this blended up, I'm just going to add it to a container and set it aside. In a separate bowl, I have some flour, salt, and baking powder. I'm now cutting up 6 tablespoons of very cold butter. And now we're going to add it to our flour mixture. I'll then toss it around. And then using my fingertips, we're going to get it all crumbled together. And as we're doing this, we can start seeing uneven pieces of those butter pieces. In a small bowl, I'm going to add in the strawberry mixture that we made, 1 egg, and then some vanilla extract. And now we'll get this whisked together. I'm now going to add the strawberry and egg mixture to our dry ingredients. And then using a spatula, I'm going to start stirring it until the dough starts to come together. And at this point, with a few pockets of flour left, we're going to work on some more strawberries to add to the dough. I'm just going to be dicing up a few more strawberries and then we'll add them to the bowl. Now with our dough almost ready, I'm going to flour our surface. I'm going to cut it into 4s. We'll smash it together. And we're going to do that process a couple of times, and that'll hopefully create some additional layers. So I did the stack and smash process 3 times, so now I'm going to add it to a parchment lined pan. And whenever I'm baking things like scones or biscuits or even pie crust, I like to make sure that all my ingredients are as cold as possible up until we're ready to bake it. So I'm going to put this in the freezer for about 30 minutes to get nice and cold again. So the dough is in the freezer for about 30 minutes, so now we're going to be cutting it up. I'll then brush some heavy cream on top. And then I'm also just going to sprinkle on top some cane sugar. So with our oven set to 375, these will go in there for about 16 minutes. These have cooled down, they look great, and I like how much they puffed up, and you can see some of the layers on the sides, which is really great. So now we can start working on the glaze. So we're going to be topping the scones with a strawberry hibiscus glaze. So I'm just cutting it open and adding it directly to the spice grinder. So with our tea, I'm also going to add in the freeze-dried strawberries. This blended up nicely, so now I'm adding it to the bowl. So with this, I'm just going to add a little bit of powdered sugar and some lemon juice. And then I'm also just going to add a little bit of heavy cream. So originally I was just adding the glaze on top with a spatula, but I thought it'd be better to pipe it on, but you can definitely do it however you would like. All right, and now for the best part, I get to eat one. So the inside of the scone is super tender, and then the outside is nice and crunchy, which I like. Overall, this is a great texture. I love the strawberries throughout. It's not too sweet, which is really nice. And then I really, really like the glaze as well. You can definitely taste that tea. These scones were super easy to put together. I'm sure you could add other berries and use other tea if you want. I'll be sure to have recipe details in the caption, and let me know if you want to see any other scone flavors soon.